here. Nice. All right. I am actually today on controller. This build works on controller for me, at least, with my wheel and my settings and everything like that. So I'm able to use this on my wheel and on controller right now. Let me show the power of the car. 419, so it's low horsepower. Let me show you the parts that I'm using. So it's, you know, 344, 3443. That's for that. It's pretty much basic. I don't think I've actually changed anything really different from the parts that it should bring. I didn't really do much. The gears, this is what I'm using. So I think it's kind of just really basic when it comes to what parts I used, and nothing crazy. Everything is 555 on the suspension. I'm using the soft tires, and brake system, I don't think I even changed it. I think that's a default too. Let me go over to the tuning. Now the tuning, I still have to work on it, because now that it feels good and I'm not, you know, red revving, redlining, I still want it to look realistic, so I kind of gotta mess with the suspension. Yo, what's going on? To make it look realistic, so I could make the car shift from, you know, left to right to make it look nice, you know, make it look cool. So I gotta tweak all these settings, and then that's gonna take a while, because it's gonna mess around with the actual performance of the wheel itself. So I still want to keep this car to where I could drift both on wheel and on controller. So for right now, this is the settings that I'm using right now, until I start messing around with it more and then just go crazy. Same here, same old same. Just been drifting my life away, chilling, just relaxing. I don't know if I should make a room. I'm gonna show you how this car drifts first. And I kind of drift the same. It's crazy that I drift almost exactly the same from wheel to control. You know, definitely is easier on controller, but it's kind of crazy that I drift the same way, that I basically take the same lines and this is the only thing that differs right here, because when I use my handbrake, I usually use the clutch, you know, so then you're able to clutch kick. So that would probably be the only difference from me using like on wheel and on controller. Like on controller, you're not even punished for doing that. Like it's just like you could just use it and you're good, you know, you could just continue like nothing matters. But on wheel, you're not, you can't just do that, because then you're just gonna cut the power off the car completely. And you see, I'm barely redline, and I'm barely like, you know. One is annoying to hear the cars rev back and forth, and two, like in real life, if you were to rev your car non-stop, you'll damage you'll damage the car and the engine and everything. The car will overheat, you know. then here you would have the clutch kick. I would do that with my wheel, but you don't have to on controller. You can just get away with pretty much anything. So I'm pretty much sure that if I try to play this on my on career mode on controller, probably I'll do way better than I do on wheel. What is this? I can't do that. Oh, nice. I'm just using the same old, what is this? This is called the Thunderbolt. I bought this for like 20 bucks on Amazon. It's basically like an Xbox controller, but it has all the little triggers, and it has, I guess, turbo if you want to use that, and it has this weird, I forgot what you call it, where you could reprogram it to mimic what you're doing. Like, let's say you're playing a game that's super repetitive and you don't want to do it, and you kind of record your movements on the controller, and then the controller will actually mimic what you're doing. And then I think you hit a button, or you can have it put on repeat. I think that's the coolest part of the controller, but I don't really mess with the controllers that much to do any of that stuff. I love how smooth this feels. Like, this feels insane. I still have problems with the game crashing, though. I don't know what it is. The game still crashes. It doesn't just happen to me. I was watching somebody streaming. It crashed on them like 3 times. So it's like I said, while I was playing, they was working on something in the background. Something's going on that it just makes the game crash. I've played around with the idea of having 8 people in the lobby. That seems to have it, you know, kind of controlled, but I'm honestly thinking it has something to do with the rendering, because even while you're drifting, I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm drifting out in the distance, I can see things pop up off and on, and I'm guessing that kind of messes it up. Especially when you have like multiple people and, you know, different connections, and it'll just mess up everything. Because I noticed once I have like, I think it's more than 8 people. I think with 8 people you're fine. I don't notice a change, but with more than 8 people, it goes crazy. But I've crashed even with 3, 4 people in my lobby. So this is straight up, I'm leaving my finger on the trigger, and I'm just going crazy. Usually when I drift with a heavy foot on the throttle, because that's basically what I usually do on wheel. So I have this set up like this. I gotta show my other setups that once I tweak them, that they look actually real, and you get that kind of like, you know, shifting to one side. You get all these bumps that, you know, when I go over the bumps, I want my car to react the way it should react. I want it to look the way it should look. Like right now it looks like a brick. It doesn't look real at all. It just looks, you know. See the weight shifting, I kind of want my car to kind of shift from one side to the other. But again, it all depends how it feels on the wheel too, because I even though I do like the visual, I don't want it to affect the driving on the wheel. It's gonna like affect it then, you know. I'd rather be nice and smooth on the wheel than and have it look, you know, amazingly real. Actually, I think fourth gear is actually crazier than third gear. Let me start playing with the gear real quick. Yeah, see, like I'm going so fast that I could actually let go. And I could still do that swing, get that swing going. Oh, I'm coming off the road. Yeah, this feels amazing. I haven't played on a controller for a really long time. Like, one thing that I can't do though is if I tune the car on the controller and then I try to use that car on wheel, it's not even the same. It's totally different. Like right now, if I was to slap on semi-slicks, I'll be fine. I could drift the car with no problem. It'll be faster and everything, but if I was to put the semi-slicks on the wheel, you know, while I'm trying to use the wheel, it's a whole different story. I just love that, man. And usually what I do is get to 300. One thing I did notice too, it takes longer. I don't know why. I mean, to me, it feels like it takes longer on controller than on wheel to get the points. Which is kind of crazy because I drift way better on controller than I do on wheel. But usually it takes me like 18 minutes. Sometimes even 15 on wheel, and on controller it could take me 26, 20 something. You know, it takes me a little longer. I still don't know why though. The car still feels like it has some weight to it, but it also depends on the track, you know, on the track that you're on, and the gearing and all that stuff. Look at that. This is all just, I just let it go. Like, that's so sick. That's just all weight right there. Like, if I kind of snap with it and let it go. Let's change gears. See how, let me fix the car too. See how the second gear feels. I didn't really mess with this because this messes with the anti-lag system and all that stuff, the boost. But it feels good. Ooh, I messed up. Yeah, it feels really nice. And you know, I had to hook it up with the lights and everything because, you know, getting money on this game is too easy. I would say the only people that will struggle is people that don't know how to drift. That's like one of the things that there's gonna be a problem with people that don't know how to drift or don't have proper setups and they're not sliding, so the game's not counting. They're gonna have problems. But if you know how to drift, you should be fine. If anything, you're gonna be pissed that there's a limit on the drift points. You know, like, man, I'm pissed at that. It cost me 65 plus with the controller. Like butter, man. It's just this turn gets me right here every time. And this turn, I want to snap into it, like have it snap, and then on that line right there, and then just kind of let it go and kind of slide, and then hit the clutch and keep going. That's the crazy part, that I don't really need to use the clutch as much as I would if I was drifting on the wheel. Because it really does boggle down. It does feel insanely different. Even if it's the same tune, it's just different. It doesn't even matter. But I'm happy with the fact that I can use this car on control and on wheel. Just chill. Because a lot of people like to claim like, oh, this low horsepower or this too high. It doesn't matter what your horsepower is. If you know how to drift, you know how to drift. That's the that's the whole thing. Like, it doesn't really matter what the horsepower is, as long as you can, if you can make a 600 horsepower look kind of like the 400, like it's just the way you drift. That's all it is. It's technique, the way you drift. I'd say a lot of it too is practice, practice, practice on the same courses and get used to the most efficient lines, and you know. So this took me 18 minutes, which it probably took less. It's just I just kept drifting a little more. But I really want the cards to start looking more realistic when it comes to the shifting of the weight and everything like that. Let's see what do we got here. I try not to even open the room because it. Watch, you'll see. I'll open one up. I'll open this up. What is it? Crash. I'll just name it Crash. It doesn't even matter what it is. And see if it doesn't crash. I have a limit of 8 people. It's still noticeable when people come into the lobby when, you know, it kind of, let me see how it feels in this track actually. I still feel there's no real difference than when people come in and kind of lag. Oh, this here, I will have to clutch kick. Yeah, here, I will have to clutch kick the car. Because of how boggled down it'll get if I don't. Ooh. Oh man. Let me try the third gear out to see, because I kind of actually like third gear, even though it feels a little heavier. This is the gear I stay on the other tracks, so I kind of got used to it. It's kind of weird. I feel weird using my thumb, right, for the handbrake and the clutch, because you have to let go of the handbrake then kick clutch kick, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, that's not bad. 65. I think that's what most of them cost for a while, but now they're making way too much more expensive controllers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do like when a controller feels premium, you know, like you're pressing the buttons, and like this one feels like I'm using a cheap keyboard. Look at this. Like it just doesn't feel good. But it's like, you know, it's like little cheap $20 controller. I can't ask for much. It didn't break down, unlike the one I bought that cost me like $100, and it broke down and it had hall sensors and all this fancy stuff, and literally it lasted like maybe 3 to 4 months, and then it broke down, and I'm like, ah. And then I couldn't replace the buttons, so I'm like, I'm just screwed. I just have a broken controller. It feels amazing, but it broke. So, and then as a result of that, because people found out about it, and they found out they can't replace the buttons, the controller went from like $100 to like $30 now, $20 you find it on sale. Because it's useless. Once it breaks down, you know. Yeah, I would like to have it more smoothly to the point where I could just fling it. I could just, flick the car and go in and then use the weight. Stay close to this line over here to make it a big wide line here. And that'd be cool, but that's hard to do like on wheel. If I'm thinking about like drifting on the, it's gonna mess me up whenever I switch back to it. Like this, see, I want to just flick into it, but it's just a different thing. No matter how I slice it, it's a different feel. It's getting close. Like I said, this is the closest game that I've played where that feels, and that you could mimic and put it, because I think there's different. There's so many controller settings down this one. But that's the thing. Like, if you I want to make it work with both, so I can't just tune for one because then it'll mess up another. So right now I'm happy that I can tune for both and that it works. Flicking this hard, oh my god, on the wheel, it'll break my wrist. I was watching I think it was yesterday actually. I don't know if it was actually live, but I was watching the Formula Drift competition, and I forgot the name of the driver. He actually hurt his shoulder in his hand. And, a lot of people that do sim drifting, they forget, like, yo, when you're really behind the wheel and you're really going that fast, your wheel is really spinning that hard and could break something. Like, it's not a joke. You could really get hurt. I was showing my nephew yesterday. He's never been on one, and he was like, "Yeah, this feels crazy." My older nephew, he saw the way that, like, that's before I had my wheel stand, and he just looked at the table shaking, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good, bro." He's like, "I'm good." I'm like, yeah, I put it high. That's why I like to feel, the bumps, the actual turning, the how hard it feels. Like, I like looking at side-by-side comparisons of, like, when people are drifting in real life and how it looks. And I just try to mimic it, that's all. Like, at least the look and the feel to it. It literally says full circle control showing original 16. That's pretty dope. How many controllers you got in general? Like, oh my god, did you see that new Steam controller though? I don't know how good that thing is, but that thing went, like, literally within a half an hour, it was sold out. I gotta try other tracks in here to get better at it. The main reason I use this track right here is because it gives me the drift points that I need faster, because you're driving faster. But I gotta try all these other courses and start practicing on them. I just get happy with the, like, whatever course I'm on that I kind of master, you know? Trying to incorporate the clutch kick on here so they... Ooh, damn, on controller, if you hit it, you get wrecked. Seven controllers, one of them is broken. That's not bad, man. That's not bad at all. I've broken so many controllers over the years. But I never had, like, you know, a really, like, you know, like those scuff controllers that cost like 300, 200, 300, you know? I never had one of those. But then again, I don't know how good they are, you know, like if they cost that much, they should, you know, last. I should be able to fling them across the room and pick it back up and be like, there's nothing wrong with this. You know, for the price, this thing better be bulletproof. You know, I better be able to use this as a weapon if needed. Oh, this is crazy, this tournament. This is the one I gotta, like, get down pack. I want to be able to slide down. Like, just kind of, like, I guess you could kind of hold the handbrake in the clutch and slide, and then adjust it and clutch kick out of it. That would probably be the best way to do it. I like how this switches up. It's not that bad. But the part that I really gotta practice is this part right here. This part is the one I gotta practice. Like, either go long hold, let go, hold, clutch kick. Yeah, that one's gonna be tough. I could only imagine how hard that's gonna be on Wheel. Smooth with it. Yeah, that's dope. Let's go, Bill. Let's go. Let's see. I want to see how he freaks it. You know what's cool is you could spectate. Look, yo, the man is smooth with it. He is smooth. Look at that. He came off a little bit, but still, he's hitting the back lines though. I want to see how he handles this. That's, see, I'm so used to not braking that I don't use my brake even on control. Yeah, that's insane that I have that habit where I don't use my brake on controller. That's insane. I like that little snap right there. This will be tough transitioning doing it. And then I would have to use my brake. I shouldn't even lead because I don't even be on this map. Let me let them lead. Let me let them lead. Yeah, let me see how they handle it. That way I can learn the line that everybody does, you know? I think that'd be the best way to learn too. Like if you don't know courses, look at someone that's smooth with it, is killing it, and see how they're performing on it. And you'll learn a lot faster by mimicking someone that's been on the course for God knows how long. I want to see how these guys drift though. Let me put the car up again. I want to see if they tandem together too. That'd be pretty nice. Let's spectate this guy. It takes a little while, which it's weird unless they're wow, I can't even watch him. Hold up. Ooh, they got like, is it my, I don't know if it's my connection that's making their connection red. Well, let's see. I can't spectate the other guy though. Ooh, okay. Bill's killing it though. The only thing with that is just like I said, the max revving thing. It's just me. It's just a personal thing for me. It's just I don't like it. It sounds bad, but it takes a long time to kind of tune your card so that it stops doing that. Like you got to really tweak the hell out of it. And it also affects how your car handles from holding the accelerator and all this stuff. And it took me a long time to get used to tuning on damn near almost any game, because it depends on the physics too of the game. Like, you know, all that real life stuff don't matter when physics in the game change what one thing does. So you kind of gotta like, you know, be at the mercy of the physics of the game and just tune to however, you know, the feel of it. Bill is pretty good. That part right there, I think everybody has a hard time with that part. Let me see if I could see this guy. Okay, I didn't even know somebody else joined right here. Okay, let me see how he handles that turn. See, that's nice when it's just like a nice little smooth drift, because the snapping, even if you look on the character, if you see when they snap, you see how fast the wheel comes back. Is insanely fast. So I tend not to snap so much when I'm drifting on wheel, because one, I could get hurt, and two, I don't want. Two and three, I don't want to get hurt. That's why I opted for buying the wheel with no buttons on it, and I could put the buttons on it, but because of the way that I set up my wheel to be more like violent and like hard and just crazy, I don't want to snap my fingers on something. Yeah, he's killing it too. It's just that's the only thing that I would like fix, is just the revvings on the car, like, you know, tweak it down to where, you know, one, it looks and sounds believable, and then, you know, that also affects how you would actually use your clutch and everything like that, you know. Ooh, that was mad bad right there. Let me go over to the map that I like. I got to take my time and drift on that map whenever I can and learn it, like really good on the wheel, really good on the controller too. But you can see from the inputs that I'm putting, this is exactly like almost the inputs that I put on the wheel. Like mostly just throttle. Just straight up throttle work, bro. And then the handbrake and the clutch right here, and then let go of the handbrake, hit the clutch. It's a little different on controller, but you could still make it look amazing. In total, I have about 10 controllers. That's not bad at all, man. I have a friend of mine that he collects, like, he's into sneakers and hats. So he has a giant collection of just sneakers and hats. I never really got into it. I don't know what I'm into that I like collect. I have no idea, because I'm just like, you know, in my head I'm like, I only got 2 feet, so I don't need much, you know. I'm not much of a style type, you know, like, oh, I gotta have this to match with this to look drippy. Like, I don't even care about it. I'm a plain Jane in real life, bro. I look like a cartoon character. I bought a whole bunch of black shirts and jeans, and that's like my outfit. Like my closet looks like a cartoon's character's closet. I do wear different color shirts, but it's just like mainly for simplicity, because I can wash everything together. I just literally rock one color, some jeans, and pretty much that shit. I look like a damn cartoon character. Ooh, this is crazy. Snap into it. Ooh, I kind of lost it. I gotta learn to take that turn more wider towards the back. And this turn, I want to do this and then snap here, boom, like this, and then kind of follow up. But you need the right speed, the right momentum. I can't wait till more people get into it. I can't wait for the livery system for this. I know at the moment right now I suck at the competition aspect of it, so I gotta build me a monster, bro. One that I'm 100% comfortable with and that I can take on different courses. See this, I don't know what it is that is either people joining or leaving, joining or leaving. I don't get it, but it's like you can see it. And then that ultimately makes the game crash. So let's see what we got in here. So see, I locked it into 8. Everybody's connection is bad, so that makes me think it's my connection that sucks. It has to be. It has to be my connection. So I'm guessing at a certain point here. Can I get somebody admin? Who's this guy? I like that he's got the red on his name. That's pretty sick. And then I'm gonna back off, get my money. Oops. And then see if I can rejoin if it doesn't get filled. If I could rejoin my own room. That way I could just keep making money and I don't have to worry about, you know. The thing a lot of people, so far, they're pretty nice. They just give you ownership back, but then you got to give it to somebody else, and then if you leave, they kind of leave too. Everybody kind of starts leaving. I actually don't care. I just want to drift and make money and fix some cars. And I want to have drift cars that I just drift with, and then cars that are basically strictly competitive drift cars. I think that's honestly what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to build cars that are specifically for the event, like the track itself, and see how crazy the game gets. I should probably try to play a little bit of the game right now that I'm on controller. Oh my god, look at this. Let's see how the connections look right now, actually. Oh, it still looks the same. What the hell? Huh. Oh, maybe because they're from... Let me actually see something. I want to see if I join a different server, will it be backwards? So let me EU, we got Russia, what else we got? What is this? SA. South America? That's the first time I've actually seen this. I think I've seen Australia. It's either Australia or Asia. I'm not sure. I think this is Australia. Okay, so the connection is like really low right now, but I want to see how it looks when I join and see if that has any effect on. Nice. I drink tea every once in a while too. I just I try not to put sugar, but normally I put a little bit of honey and hook it up. Okay, see, so my connection is actually bad right here in this room. Let's see how it performs though. I'm pretty sure at some point I will crash. Ooh, I kind of took that way too. You know what? I should try it. Let me try it. I'm gonna try it with this car and see how good I do. Even though to me, in my mind, in my head, it feels like I'm cheating though on control. But let's see. Let's see if I can actually fulfill some of the career mode. Technical requirements, contract. Finish all stages as above 8. All right, let's just hit this one and see where it is. I'm gonna use this car right here. Oh, car does not comply with requirements. Oh crap! I gotta set it up. I don't want to. I don't even want to touch this car. Let me see. City and soft. And then this is just the width of the tires. Damn, should I just change it for right now? 280, 265. All right, hold on. Let me see what the tires on this car are. Or should I just buy a whole new car? Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't want to mess with this car, bro. That'll be a real nightmare for me to mess with the car that I just finished tweaking and doing everything on it. Like, I don't want to touch it. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to have regular drift cars and then like competition cars that I could hook up, and I don't have to worry about whatever regulations they put. It don't even matter. I could just switch to it and just, you know. Now I'm kind of wanting like a little coffee right now, but it's like, what the, damn, is that, yo, the time went by quick. All right, let's see what they got. I haven't seen anything new. I did buy a car that had a ridiculous 4,000 mileage on it, and I sold my old one. So I guess I don't even know what that even means for the game. Like, if you find really low mileage cars, are they gonna last longer? Like, look at this. This is not that bad. It's crashed up though. Which one should I buy? I'm gonna buy the I kind of really want to hook up with BMW, to be honest. This looks cool. Damn, 645 horsepower already. That's that engine right there. I just like how it looks already, the way it is already. Nice. Let's see how this thing handles. Let's put this. Let me fix it because it's kind of messed up. It's not repairing though. That's kind of weird. Hold up. I guess I'll go where I'm used to going. That's another thing I gotta do. I gotta start basically playing on a certain track and then sit there and then tune a car for a specific track till I got it like really dialed into the point where it just feels natural. This thing sounds crazy. And this is where you're gonna run into the problem of feathering like the car because it's revving so much. Let me put it down. See how the second gear. Second gear is not better. It's just crazy the way they have it. So let me get out. And what I like doing is immediately, if I can, depending on the parts that the car has, I'll start dialing the power down, and then to where it starts feeling more natural, to where you can control it. Let's see what they got on this right here. It doesn't really have anything crazy. It doesn't have anything crazy actually. I would have to put parts into this. It's just that I guess the engine itself, because if you start cutting this back, you see that it shortens it. So that's not really gonna, it could help a little bit, but let's bring it down all the way and see what it does with this setup here. But I'm probably gonna have to change this whole thing, change all the parts and put different parts in it. Because I don't think doing this is gonna change anything. Nah, this is just me trying to be careful with the trigger. It's not doing anything crazy, so you get to see how I build a car and just put different parts and just get it to where I want it to get. And I don't do too much craziness. Should I keep this engine? This thing's already 600, like it's insane already the way it is. What do they have on this? I could put this up. I always put it up because it's better to have it than for it to ask that it's. Which one is this one? Let's go with which one does it have on? It's got this one on. I'll just put this one on. I don't know if the weird thing with this is when you buy it and you install it, it doesn't really stay installed, I guess. It's basically like it just stays there, part of the car. Let's see what the engine has in it. So you can see here, just 333 is pretty much basic, but it has so much power because of the engine that you can start dialing things back to kind of lower it and then get the feel for the car. Let's write this up right here. Let's see. I want to buy different ones to try and mess with it and see which one feels best with it. And see where I could tune this right here. I think I need to get the electronics. Let me buy this one. Did I just install this one? Oh no. Where's the turbo and all this stuff over here? I don't know if I should just switch this to and mess with it and see the differences. I want to see when it pops up, because this is mostly what helps me to put this down. This is for like first and second gear, all this. Usually it depends if you want to mess with this stuff. I usually keep my car from third and fourth just so I don't have to mess with this, but this is basically for that, so you have to like tweak these out. And this basically matches this, so you gotta kind of like let's say right now I'll keep this at 70. Let's start this at 8,000. So this, because this is already 70, you could actually match this, because I think this is an overall power to this. And then this you could just tweak it however you want. You can keep the same thing. Start off with 70 and kind of gradually tweak it out. And let me see what parts it already has in it already. So basic is super basic. Nothing crazy. It says insufficient clutch torque. Let me see. So I start really low. And it's already feeling good, even though I barely did anything to it. It's just boggling down a little bit. So let me check the second gear and see how this feels. And again, it has to be good enough for me to mess with this on controller and on wheel. But I think I'm gonna main just the wheel for now, because I think it's kind of unrealistic to have even though that, you know, in a perfect world that's what you would have. You know, I just want to be able to chill and use the controller whenever I want. I want to be able to chill and use the wheel whenever I want to. But this already solves the problem, my biggest problem, which is the redlining and revving too much. That's not even, I didn't even get into suspension, nothing. I didn't get into the wheel size, none of that stuff. Let me see what the wheel size are for this. Actually, 265, so they're pretty much basic. I pretty much throw this car in there and see how it performs. And I didn't really do anything to it. Let's see how it... Let's see if it gets sticky with it. If I could stay on. way better than I could ever do. That's the sad truth. I wouldn't even be able to get the score all the way. Oh god, that wasn't that bad. Let me see. Third gear. It's sad that how much easier it is on control. Ooh, I kind of messed that up. Oh, I forgot what tires am I even using. Hold on. Wait a minute. I didn't even look into that. What tire? It should be soft. Okay, because I don't even have cities anymore. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. This is where things get crazy because you can change it, but you can't for this part of the game right now. I think they only want you to mess with this. This is the beginning section of the game, and then eventually they'll move on to sports and semi-slicks, which is going to be a nightmare for me when I'm on wheel. I think I did overall not that bad on third. I should have practiced a little bit more though. Well, I lost major points there for stopping. Like, this has got to be something that you got to constantly do. And if you stop, it's just a big no-no. Like, for me, this is probably the hardest thing to get, where you kind of stick to it and just, you gotta keep on it. I suck even on controller. But it's way easier for me on controller, though, than it would be on wheel. And again, one thing that I didn't do was use my brake. That's a big thing that I gotta fix on my plane that I don't use at all. Like, that's one of the things that is really gonna mess me up. Okay, let's see how this does. I like how it performed on second gear. It's just the stickiness of it that I'm not sure about it. I messed that up so bad right there. So even on controller, with all the control I have, I suck at this. So that's how I know it's a me problem, that I have to get used to it and fix cars and just get better with the way this feels and the stickiness of keeping it going without trying to mess with the car enough to where it messes it up and it kind of it gets to those revs. So I could put this up little by little to the point where it just matches perfectly, and then I kind of get more of that stickiness where I don't have to let go of the throttle, use too much corrections, and have it, you know, as best as I could put it. But this is going to take some time too. Messing with the suspension, messing with every single thing is going to take a minute. And it's going to be a nightmare for me on wheel. I already know. It's going to be such a nightmare on wheel for me. But I have to do it. I have to build one car for one specific thing. Ooh, I kind of spun out. Damn. See, I just put that up a little bit, and that little bit right there gave me too much power. That's why you got to take your time and tweak each number, even if it takes a little while. Because you could put too much power in the car where you're going to outspin yourself. See, but this ain't smooth at all. This ain't one one drift basically. This is like really garbage, really bad. I want to get at least, I want to average at least a 80, you know, at least a 75. Hold on, let me bring that down to 75 and see how that does. This is one of the things I'm going to struggle with the most, and the when Forza comes out, the racing, I have to get used to the fact that I'm gonna have to race. I'm gonna have to learn how to, and just get into it. Let me see how that 10-second feels on second gear. The second gear feels good, but the way that shoots up the boost matters on me. So I think 10 seconds is fine. It just matters how it feels on the track. And the cleaner I can keep, you know, like a solid drift on where I'm not stopping, where I'm not trying to brake. This is gonna be a nightmare because I probably won't even be able to use this car on wheel. I should have been doing all this on wheel to see how, but that's gonna take me way too long. messed up real bad. I'm still not, I'm doing horrible. That's the part that gets me right there the most. Okay, that wasn't that bad. 80, that was pretty good. Can I restart it though? Are you sure you want to finish training? No. I want to keep training. Let me fix this. That's the one thing I need the most is training. I want to see what's the best situation for that startup. If I should let go of the gas completely and just kind of not brake, because I'm kind of following the red line too, kind of like in Gran Turismo, where the red line means brake, but then I could probably just let go of. Like the accelerate and just keep holding on to it. Ooh, that's gonna be really tough to try to flick the car. I'm thinking in my head that this is a speed thing. Man, lost so much points. I'm trash at this, bro. Oof. Yeah, that fluttering doesn't work. It really doesn't help me at all. I was trying to, snap into it and then let it go. That kind of work. I think I can make that work. But that's gonna be so hard to pull constantly. That's gonna be tough. Man, but it's way better though. It's tough to pull off, but I have a way better time with this, with a better chance if I learn to just snap and then stay on the drift. But that's the problem, that I can mess up really bad. Why am I trying to snap so much? Because that's basically how I'm going to be drifting on wheel. I have to snap with it. On controller, I could just probably get away with just braking a little bit and just keeping like the line perfectly. Real bad. This is tough as hell. I think the way I set it up was perfect. It's just the way I'm executing that's the bad part. I think the way that I had it set up was pretty nice. It was like really on it. Like I don't lose too much control over the car itself. This is something that I would have to like mess with. Since I don't get that at all. I gotta understand what the feels of the, like when it ramps up, when it ramps down, when it kicks in, how fast it kicks in. Damn, I lost that much points right at the end. How the hell did, what? I don't know how this works then. How are they judging the score? That would have been a real bad, like, that would have been a disqualification. I do play on wheel right now. Right now, I'm practicing on controller. But normally, yeah, I'm normally always on wheel. On wheel, on controller, I suck at this. Doing this, I suck. I'm not even gonna say I'm good at this. I could be good at drifting. That's cool and all, but this, this is totally different for me. This is the first time in a game where I try to do competition. Ooh, that messed up so bad. I'm happy with 70, 80, that's fine, but if I could get it up there way better. I have a Logitech Pro. better. That part was way better than before. I just messed up that one part. I mean, I would just investigate. Most people, what they get is they get into Moza because it comes with everything and it's like affordable and it's reliable. And you know, right now with a lot of games right now, it's compatible. Which Moza? It's good. It depends on the Newton meters, right? Like how strong you want your wheel, and I would definitely do a lot of research because the thing is, I don't know much about that wheel. I've been hearing it a lot though, even from my subscribers. They're telling me that that's the wheel they want to try to get. But personally, I've never tried it. I've never played with it, and I've never even looked up too many reviews on it, so I don't know much about it. But I know that Moza, Logitech, Fanatec is expensive. Logitech just made a lower wheel, which I think it goes for, I think where everything is like, I don't know if it's like $400 or $500, and it's like 5 Newton meters, I think. But I would have to like look into that wheel too, because I have the Pro that you can set up to 11, but even that's like, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you, that's ridiculous. That's $1,000 just for the base, just for the wheel and the base. No pedals, just the wheel base. I wouldn't recommend anyone to get that. I would recommend someone to get like something that's affordable that you can mess with, that you could see reviews on it, that you can see people use, and that, you know, is reliable and won't break down and you won't have problems with different games. Ooh, I just completely lost it. But it's definitely fun though. It's gonna be a pain when you first start on wheel, but it'll eventually get fun. It'll get frustrating the first, I would give it a month where you're gonna be frustrated and angry and nothing makes sense. But after it starts clicking in, then, you know, it'll be fun. How did I lose that? Right now I'm trying to get good at the competition aspect of drifting. Like, I'm so new to it. Like, it's ridiculous. I play everything. BeamNG, I played Seto, I played what else? Almost any drift game. When it comes to drifting, I play all of it. And I have like footage of me drifting on all those games. Mostly I like games where I can like fix the cars up, where I can just tune the hell out of them, do what I want, make the cars react how I want, and also like put liveries and make them look cool, like just the whole aspect of how you can, you know, customize the car and everything like that. Damn, I really suck at this. That's another thing in this game where if you pick one car and you try to use it, you can't till you finish the event. Let me see if I can use this car right now to drift around. It'll probably tell me that it's in an event. Let me see if my room is still up. I doubt it though. Yeah, see, so I can't use it because it's an event. So I would have to like lose on purpose to use the car. That's why it makes sense for me to have multiple different cars. Like cars for the event and then cars for me to just drift. Thank you, I appreciate it, man. Drift and chill. Let's go here. Oh, this is full though. Usually I stay away from full rooms because it acts funny, it kind of lags, and is more prone to crashing. But let's see how this feels here. Oh my god. Damn, I got used to that little car that quick. That's how I know I gotta practice those runs. I gotta see what track I'm like best at too, because maybe trying different like tracks would help too. So I think I should buy basically double the copies of the cars. Some for drifting and then the other one's just straight for competing. Honestly, I would love the Corvette just to set up a Corvette for myself, since I actually like the Corvettes. I just gotta grind out and get as much money as I can and just freaking go crazy on setting up the cars. But I gotta take that BMW, man, and try to make that thing into a monster. This thing feels like it's just flying. Oh, I lost control. Ooh. I was going to wait. Fourth is really nice because you really do fly, but and you could afford to let go of the accelerator and just swing, you know, and then keep hitting it and go back and forth like that. So I like how it feels. But then you're going so fast that I gotta do a lot of heavy training on the competition aspect of the game. I'm complete garbage when it comes to the competitive side and understanding the system of how it's working, how they're scoring it, how you lose the points. That way I'll learn what not to do and what am I supposed to do. Like, from what it seems, speed and basically staying on the same type of like just maintaining the speed and I guess the faster you do it, staying on a consistent line too. Because I did see when you transfer some, depending how you transfer, you lose points too. I'm so used to this track already. This has always been the problem when I first started playing the game. It still kind of is though. So far I got 10 cars I think, but the problem is that they've been selling the same car, so I don't know if continuing through the story and actually beating the story and getting contracts, that's how you open up the avenue for new cars. I don't know if that's how it's gonna work, because for the past, since it came out, I know when the early access was the play test, I was able to buy cars. Like, every time they changed them up, it was different cars. So in total, in the playtest, it was 15, I think. Now we got 20, and I think they're adding a brand new one into the game. So pretty much 21, or God knows, there's probably more on the list. I haven't tried that whole beta thing. I just kind of like don't even bother with it till it's official and it's here, you know? Yeah, that's the handheld that I think it comes in black and white. I'm not sure how it works though, if it's just a streaming thing, right? Because you stream your games to it, right? Or is it like you have a hard drive and you kind of download the games onto it? That's the thing that I'm not sure of. Because when I was looking into getting a Steam Deck, that's like the thing I looked into. And then some of them, they said that some of them are just what do they call it? It's kind of like when you're streaming your games, kind of. It's like one of those weird things like that. Like you don't actually have the game inside the machine. So I wasn't sure about that. You have it? You have the Rogue Gallery? I hesitated so long on the Steam Deck because of the so many problems that it was having. Like the one where your battery, drains completely, it might break the system, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's what kind of scared me away from the whole Steam Deck thing. The fact that you're paying so much for something that could break. I was like, nah. And it's like Steam Deck. So you don't need to. So what was the thing that I saw? I saw something that it basically lets you mirror, like basically stream the games. So that one you could just take it with you and just chill, and you don't even have to worry about being online. You could just download the games and have them. That's pretty dope. Oh, that's it. It crashed. And I don't even know if I keep the points too. Normally, this has happened ever since the update. It just continuously crashes. But if you go into a room where there's 8 people, it doesn't do it as much. I think it's just when you have a full room and people keep coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, it kind of breaks the connection at some point. That's pretty dope. That like I said, the only one that I've ever had as handhelds go were like the Game Boy Advance, PSP. I think that's it, honestly. Let me see. I don't even remember how much I had, so I don't even know if I kept the money or not. I got $257. Yeah, that's why ever since the update, all I've been doing is just I make a room and I kind of close it and I just drift, get my points, get out, because I'm only in there for like 15-20 minutes anyway at a time, and I'm just basically grinding for money. And I gotta check out the other tracks to see which track is like the fastest. But this thing, look how long this track is though. Like this is just perfect. It looks straight. Like you're just going in straight up crazy speeds, manjiing it back and forth for the points. So this one made more sense than, you know, any other track that I've seen so far. I haven't tried all of them. Can you even go down here? I haven't tried this one. This one kind of looks straight, but I haven't tried this one. And see how this one, you know. I don't even know where to go on this one, actually. This is the first time we playing on this one. Ooh, that turn right here. This is kind of small though. Hold on, let me go the other way. They look a lot longer on the map itself. Ooh. Oh, this spot is nice. I like this spot right here. Oh, but this is gonna be hard. Yeah, that's gonna be insane. So if I could find a way that's like, I guess I don't have to do that. I could probably go straight through this and just manji this over and over. And then this is where I would have to turn around though. I have to find a good way to link it. Because I don't really like this turn that much. This right here. And it kind of looks shorter on the track itself, like it's a short part of the track. But this part right here, how would you link this stuff? There's got to be a way to link this. I would think it's here. You just turn around here. This part I really like. And this part would be a nightmare to do. Like, you could just go crazy on this. And then just keep going straight. And then I guess, I don't know if you could change it here because that's kind of crazy though. It messes with the speed, but mixing it up here though, just to have that long stretch. Like, I already know this is going to be crazy on wheel. This part right here, just holding the brake and then clutch kicking out. That's going to be insane. This is like, oh my god, the way you could, the speed you could take to hit is what's insane. I know people are doing some crazy backing into that. probably here too, to be honest. If you can stretch one right here and come back and stop right here and start over. The other one just has flow to it. That's why I like the other one, because it's long like this, but it has good flow to it, and it just connects. And then you can, it's just a money-making track, you know? Ooh, oh damn. I'll get it eventually. I gotta practice. I can't wait to do this on wheel though. Just because I know, like, on wheel your car tends to slide more, and you can kind of let it go, and you're sliding like this and kind of transfer, you know, weight transfer. It doesn't work the same on controller for some reason, but yeah, you can do a lot of weight transferring on wheel and just let go of the accelerator. And then do something like this, just let it go and just keep going and going and going, and boom, hit it. Like, that's like something I want to try to do here, where you kind of let it go and then just keep sliding, and then boom, you end up here. That'd be really cool. That's kind of what I like trying to do, but I gotta practice that to skill that on, like a backy on that the turn that I constantly mess up. I would love to be able to just rip one of those right there. That'll take a lot of practice though. Cash till crash? I don't get what he means by that. He's just gonna start the whole thing. Oh, I guess he's gonna do it. That's what I was doing before, whenever I would crash, because it would cost so much. Oh look, and he's on the speed one right here. I think honestly, for right now, this is probably the best method of making money right now, because it's such a wide stretching map where you pick up a lot of speed, and you could, you know, consistently keep making a lot of drift points. Ooh, I just kind of like let it go, but see right here, this is what I'm talking about, like doing a whole backy right here and just letting it go and kick. That would be really nice to be able to do. I don't know if you could achieve that on controller, but I mean, I know to a certain extent you could, you know, let go and let me wait for him. Where is he at? See if I could. Oh, he's trying to keep up with me though. I can tell his car's fast because he's right behind me. Most people don't mind you all this. Ooh, I just flicked it right there. I want to try to flick it here. Just go straight down and then flick it. But I'm... Oh. It's probably gonna be, it's gonna be hard to do on wheels, but it's gonna be fun if you actually get to master it. Oh, he got the Corvette out too. Oh, it looks like he just got the Corvette too, because that's the color it comes in too. I don't want to crash into it since it costs money. You know, I don't know how much money this guy got. You know? Imagine, that would kind of be cool. I mean, that'd be kind of crazy though, because you know people are gonna run into each other. But I'm saying, like, if they made it to where you're responsible for other people's car damage too, that'd be sick if they put that on competitions though. That'd be insane, bro. Like, you would definitely look out to not hit people if you gotta pay for their damages. But I think that system would be kind of hard because, you know, imagine a full lobby and then multiple people hitting you, you know, they would have to calculate exactly how much damage you'd have to, like, pay. So that yeah, that's asking for too much, technically wise, you know. The system they would have to put in is kind of crazy. Ooh, I kind of still spun out. Even though this is geared towards holding the accelerator, you can still spin out pretty easy. Ooh! I'm trying to get it to where I could just flick it and have the weight of the car just go, but it's pretty difficult. I know I could somewhat do it here by turn in and then flick the car here. But you have to like time the weight and everything, like to get it right so you flick the car, then you catch it again. Yeah, it feels cool when you could flick it like that on controller. And I know they have a different feel to it where you can set it up different. Let me actually play around with that right now. It's supposed to give you the feeling of kind of like how when you're on wheel. Let me see where I saw it. Where did I see that? I think it's, I don't know if it's this. So you go from racing to grip, and then see, these are the things you'd have to mess with to get it to actually feel kind of like if you're on wheel, and the basically holding the triggers and everything, you could really kind of feel the weight into the car. Let me see if this. Yeah, so you could feel how the car will, you know, go from one side to the other. And this is what I was talking about when it feels like people were on wheel, when people were playing like this, and it gives you more of a sense of the car's weight. It's definitely harder than leaving it in arcade mode. But you would have to mess with all those other settings to get that right. But it gives it way more of a crazy feel to the driving. I think, hold on, I think I could actually use my clutch and it'll work like how it does on the wheel. Look, see, I'm not the only one shining around here, bro. Look at this dude with the pearlescent paint, son. That's how I painted my Corvette, actually. I actually like how it feels, though. Like, you just have to get used to it. And it feels insane. It does. But you would have to, like, really, you know, poke your car up and set it up with, like, controller in mind. I don't want to do that because, you know, I use this on my wheel, so. But it does feel pretty dope. Like, you could feel that change of the car, like the heaviness, the weight, like how it just snaps automatic back and forth on its own like this. So that's what I meant when I said, like, this is the first game I played where it's actually mimicking how it feels on a wheel. And that in itself, man, that in itself is like a whole video in itself to, like, sit there and try to tune the car so it could feel perfect. Right? I get that feeling there's more than 8 people in here. I'm afraid I'm gonna crash out soon. Like, if you keep the money, I don't really mind. If you keep the money when you crash, like, that's fine. But if you lose the money, you're losing time too. Let me see how many people are in here right now. Yeah, it's 11. Let's see how everybody's connection looks good, but the way it's jumping back and forth is the only thing that's got me worried. Yeah, see, because that's the thing, to keep the drift going, you can't have your car revving too high, because then you could only go to a certain extent to the point where the car's going to push you, you know, back and forth and build that momentum, and it'll feel natural. So when you have your revs up like that, you can't really, you know, take advantage of that. Yo, he look like he's driving a complete different car. Yo, cause the back's missing. Yo, that's crazy. He's smooth with it though. Yeah, he's kind of like gliding with it. It's pretty nice. That's insane though. Like, look, the sparks coming out the tires. Yo, that's insane, bro. Max Infinito. Let's see how he's got his setup though. You know, this is a brand new game, so people are gonna adjust to, you know, how the game is, you know. But the suspension is just crazy. It's clipping through the bodywork. So it's gonna take some time till people get used to tuning, building their cars, and, you know, mastering it. And, you know, the game is in early access, so it's gonna take some time to develop too. So it's only gonna get better and better. Look, I already seen, if you mess with it, look, he kind of did a three-wheeler. So maybe tuning your car to have it drift on three wheels. That's something we'll see once people start mastering how to like basically tune the car. Because I know in the first one, there's people that do that. They set it up to where the car kind of three wheels, and it looks pretty sick though. I have to say, it does look amazing when you see that. I don't know how good that would be for, like, you know, driving on a wheel, but look, yeah. Oh, it crashed again. How much money I have? I already forgot. Like, I think 257, I think. So if it goes up, then I kept it. But yeah, this happens all the time when I'm in rooms of on the internet, when there's like more than 8 people. Like, it's just the game itself, I guess, or like I said, all the connections mashing together. But it has happened to me in rooms with like 4 or 5. So I usually, once it starts going a little crazy, I just get out. And luckily, I only drift for like a couple of minutes at a time, so I haven't really noticed it crashing on me that much. But even when I make my rooms, I try to keep it at 8, because 264. So I did keep the money. I did keep it, so that's a good thing to know. I believe I had 257 when I went in, so I did keep the money. That's awesome. But the whole thing sucks though, like, you know, of just getting it crashed. But they're dialing it in. I mean, before we wouldn't even, I was able to drift with people when I had the what was that, I forgot what it was called actually, something protocol, something, because it's something that they don't use over there and over in Russia. And protocol 6, I think it was called, on the internet. So they're trying to figure it out, because they don't have that stuff over there, and they didn't have connection problems really. So it's got to be something in the coding with us that, you know. And it's kind of funny because I think that's how it starts with all the Carx games. They all start the same. Like the internet sucks, the delivery system's not in, it takes 6 months to a year to get it on consoles. Like, it's funny how it like keeps happening, the same thing. But you gotta remember, this thing's coming from mobile, and then from mobile is just another jump to get it to work on like an actual PC, you know, engine where you can actually run it with wheels and have the graphics different. And, God knows how hard it is to get that to work. I'm not a dev, so I don't know. I think it would be incredibly hard to get something like that to work. I actually like the feel of the grip. Like when you go to advanced and you pick this, the grip racing, I actually like how that feels for drifting. If you set it up nice here and you set everything up, you could probably get a really amazing feeling, like actual, like, you know, car that feels like realistic, like, you know. I just have fun. I just, like, this is the thing where I shut my brain off. And just, it's so comfortable. Like, it's just so, like, I don't know. Almost hypnotic, just trying to get, like, a good line and just drift and just chill out. That and listening to music, or sometimes I put on, like, podcasts and just listen to anything while I'm drifting and just make points and just have fun, just chilling. But I'm definitely gonna have to put a lot of time into the competitive side of this and try to like master it the best I can. I know I'm gonna get frustrated because it's like, you know, whenever you try anything new, it's a little pain. So you get used to it and then, you know. But it's better that I get used to it now because, you know, once the other game comes out where they're gonna force you to race, especially to unlock parts of the map, oh my god, I'm gonna be so mad when I play that game. I'm gonna be fuming, bro. Smoke coming out the ears and everything. Because I'm just so bad. I'm just so horrible at racing in general. I would love to, you know, eventually when I get really into it, to basically just start a whole competition against, like, you know, all wheel players and then mix up the controller versus wheel to see how that matches up. Because it's just two different devices and they totally feel different, you know, so not the same thing. But it'd be so dope to, like, you know, get nice to the point where it don't matter what, you know? Of course, that goes back to, you know, a lot of it is throttle control too. Like, so you could build a super fast, super powerful car, but then your throttle work is like the most important thing, so you don't spin out. Keep control and keep kind of like the same type of speed, the same type of momentum. Because I did see that's kind of like, even yesterday when I was watching the Formula Drift competition, I seen that that's kind of frowned upon, like if you're using handbrake. Like they want a clear, smooth, straight up, especially if you're the lead. Like you're supposed to give the best lead, you know, like make sure that a car to follow you. And at the same time, the car that's following doesn't get so close to where it's gonna crash into the leading car. So you gotta like know exactly what you're doing, how to drive. And I like the aspect of it. I like the whole, like how they're doing it. I'm getting more and more into watching drift events because I never really got into watching it. But now since I'm going into this and you know I want to see and learn as much as I can, I just look into it. And the crazy parts is the injuries and how much problems they have with the cars. I didn't know the cars blow out that fast. And how crazy it is when they just break cars. You know what I'm saying? There was one guy that lost, I think, the motor engine. He lost the whole and it took some time. Then they slapped a whole new engine on it, and then you know you have to compete on that without even like you know. That's insane. That's a lot of pressure, man. Imagine you driving a machine that you're so used to it, you got it dialed in, then it breaks, and then they got to swap the whole engine, and it's gonna make the car feel totally different. And you gotta still compete in it. You're like, hey man. That aspect of the game would be cool if it were to make something like that. But I can guarantee you, people will go nuts. Like if they were to add that level of difficulty in it, to where if you're clutch kicking, if you're revving your car too much, like you burn out your engine, like I know people will not be happy. But imagine, like that would be so cool, and after a while, it'll make more sense if they put, like, the economy goes up faster to where you're actually drifting professionally, and instead of getting 5,000, you're getting like 500,000, some ridiculous bonus up like that, where money's not even a problem. I still have to say, out of all the Carx's, my favorite one is the Carx Street. Is pretty nice. There's just the whole thing of having, crews and bosses and racing and fighting bosses, and it really did give me that feel of kind of immersion and getting into the games. How when I was younger, it used to be like that with Juice and Most Wanted, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, the controls are not the best. They still got to work on that. The optimization, they still got to work on that. They just introduced the dynamic weather, so I mean, it's gonna take a while till that game gets to the level where they imagined they wanted it to be. I definitely feel like they could use mods to to have way more mods, kind of like the like Carx Online right here. But I think this one's gonna take it when it comes to that. I think they're gonna allow people to make their own competition maps, and it's just gonna get crazy and crazier. This is probably gonna be the #1 game to compete in when it comes down to it. Like, people are gonna just want to use this game, especially when it comes to console. If they make it work how they made the first Carx work, where you could download the maps, it's just gonna get crazy. It's gonna get insane. I can see, like, in a year from now, when console players get their hands on it, I would love to see that pop off. Like where people would make events, and then there's other YouTubers that could drift and are pretty good, and they're commentating on tournaments from other people. That's so dope. That'd be so fun, man. I could totally see that happening. Once it starts kicking off and getting bigger, and there's more hands on it, they optimize everything. I could totally see that's going to be a thing. That's going to be, I hope, in my mind, I really hope it does happen like that, I would love to see that, man. That's one thing I wish I could do on wheel easy like that. On command, just straight up flip it, but for some reason I get too much speed, and then I end up spinning twice because of the speed of the wheel spinning and everything. So you kind of end up, you spin, and then your wheels are turned, so you turn like twice like that. So I know with enough practice though, pretty much do anything. See how long this took. 12 minutes. That's not bad. I could take that. 12 minutes. Repair the car. 20. But they gotta fix that. I honestly, in my honest opinion, the only reason they even have a limit on it is because I'm pretty sure that they have it in mind that they know people are gonna use. Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. With the first Carx I did it where I put a rubber band and I just spun around in a donut and kept going and going and going and going and going and going to make money. And I'm pretty sure they don't want that in the game because that's gonna give, you know, somebody that would tie, even with the hacking, I'm pretty sure there's people that already hacked it and got billions of dollars in the game. That's just a sad part of the game. But this game is a competitive game, so it's gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be rough to kind of like, you know, regulate all that, and it's not going to be an easy thing to do. Ooh, I gotta definitely try this on wheel. This is another map that I haven't tried. Oh, they're coming this way. I don't know which way they're going. This kind of reminds me of the other map with the big turn and the... What map is this? Hold up. I ain't never even done this one. So many maps here, and this is the first time that I go on this one too. I'm just so used to sticking to one map. And since you're on wheel, you want to master each map until you practice it over and over non-stop. But this is really nice. I might connect the wheel to try this out. Let me gear this up real quick. See how it does in third gear. Uh-oh, it's doing the weird... I don't even know which is the best way to link it. I think this is the best way to link this one. I'm trying to flip it. Yeah, this is probably be a nice thing on wheel. Oh, I don't have to try it. Wait, let me... I don't want to crash into this guy real quick. Let me fix this. Let me turn this on. Hopefully it doesn't mess everything up. Okay. Let me... Okay, let's see if this just works straight off the bat. Oh. Because this looks too fun to not try it on the wheel. Oh, but it's kind of like stuttering. I don't know if there's more people, if the room just got full or what, but it's kind of giving me this little, hold up. This is tough as hell on the wheel. No, don't even try to drift with me, bro. I don't even know what gear would be the best to try to use here. I would have to work on the second gear. That's what I'm saying. It's so important to fix the cars up to different tracks. How many people are in here? Oh, that's why. Hold on. Let me get out of here real quick. I'm gonna start my own little room. That thing is full, so that thing would have like cut me out. Yeah, because for some reason when you start making one and you start like drifting in it, once a lot of people are in the room, it has this weird. I don't know if I could call it a stutter effect to it. You can't see it on stream, I think, but you could see it on, like, while you're gaming, while you're playing. It has like this weird kind of like stutter effect to it. I'm trying to see. Oh, you can tell I'm all the way around. This one's good because it forces you to use your clutch. So even if you're on a car that doesn't have that much power, you can still clutch kick it and use it, you know? And that's what makes the difference right here on the wheel versus the controller for me. That I wouldn't even be able to use those techniques. It's just not the same. It just doesn't feel the same. I'm trying to just flick the car right now, but it's not working out for me. Yeah, this is pretty tough. This is tough right here. This one is so technical right here. This one I could spend a long time just rocking out, seeing what gear works, and just I could see I would need either a low gear or try to get used to it on this car, which is hard since I basically put this car to drift on the other map. I gotta definitely practice this one. This one is insane. I definitely gotta practice this. This one, what's funny, I usually keep this on third on wheel, and I don't change it at all. I just keep it on third. Damn, I only been playing on controller for today. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've been playing for like since yesterday, trying to get as much money as I can and not have to relax, not have to depend on the wheel since it's much more work. I just gotta get the feel of it. It's so much crazy, bro. See, and it's different too because I'm kind of letting go the throttle too more while I'm on the wheel. On control, I kind of don't have to because I guess the assist is on it so much that you could just go crazy on the throttle, but on the wheel, you put too much, you're gonna spin out. Not only that, I have to turn the whole wheel itself, the steering wheel, as fast as I can while I'm doing those turns. And then while it's switching back and forth like this, it's just, it comes back to really crazy. I wonder how the BMW handles if I jump on the wheel, but I know I'm gonna do so bad that it's not even worth mentioning. You can hear the happy feet going. And I do like that they punish you. That is pretty dope. That they punish the minute your tires make contact with the grass or anything. That's it. Your multiplier is gone. So this heavily rewards position, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I kind of messed up there. It kind of got on a lock for me. It's just drifting it different while I'm on wheel. Like I can't keep my foot on it as much as I have the throttle on the controller. Like I have to let it go. Oof. And that doesn't have it on control. where you suddenly, I don't know what it is that happens, that just you get flung. You don't, that doesn't happen on controller ever. I have to break early. So you can see I put way more inputs into. There's way more effort I gotta put into it. But it's basically the same. I just gotta, dial in my drifting, my letting go the throttle, fluttering it, moving the wheel, the steering wheel little by little. I definitely look way better. It looks way cleaner on the controller. I definitely look way better drifting on controller than on real level. Like, it's just a different feel. Let me turn this off and pull this out. Let me see if I gotta do the. It should still work. Let's see. Okay, it works. Yeah, because usually whenever I go from controller to wheel, whenever I mess with it, it gets really bad. It gets buggy, and then I have to turn the game off. And so you can immediately tell I'm on controller. No more noises, no more. No more happy feet. And I'm way more consistent here than. So this is what I'm saying. They got to make a division, and I'm guessing they're gonna leave it up to the players. That's why you could kind of control the room and control. They haven't put it in the game yet, but you can see that that's what they're gonna do. So like if you look at it, let me see if I could actually see it here. I don't see it here, but when you're setting up a room in the beginning, it lets you pick the requirements and like whatever you want to do in the room. So I'm guessing you could put your, you know, everything how the story is, how the career is, your wheel size, the tires you're using, you know, all that stuff. So it's going to be very, very interesting. You know, when you have those matchups of wheel versus controller, it's going to be totally different because, you know, it's different devices, they feel different, and it's going to get crazy. But it's going to be kind of cool if you can, you know. Because like I said, it goes more into throttle control and how much faster you are. Reaction time too. I would make a wheel division though, for sure. That'd be that's where I would start, the wheel division. You have to be on wheel, and then the requirements, whatever somebody sets or the rules somebody sets according to the wheels or the tires, the fitment, the parameters of the wheel size and all that stuff. Let's see how people are driving here. I think the last time I did this, it cut off. Oh, look, he's switching gears too. I saw that. He's a gear switching. I've seen a lot of people tell me that technique too. They're like, oh, you should switch gears from this to that to win. But I think the gear switching thing is more for like racing. Once you get used to racing and rallying. Look at these guys. Hey, yo, is this a team? They got like the same car. The name. I just looked at her. Ooh, oh, yo, that would have been dope. Okay, that was dope. You know what would be cool too, if they did something where you could literally fix everything from, like, you could buy your fonts, so how it looks on your name, like you can have different fonts and like little display on top, like you see how we have a little square, like a little background square, like that. You can kind of basically unlock little frames to that. That's even if you put that on, but that'd be a cool concept to have that. And like it has like little badges on when you compete it, and it can tell you like, oh, you know, this person got this because they did this, they won this championship or whatever. I think it'd be a cool little thing. And then have, like I said, custom fonts, custom little, or even make it like kind of like the editor from Call of Duty, where you were editing your own stuff, but you know, people are gonna make inappropriate stuff, bro. Like, so I don't know how that'll be kind of, you know, guarded and stuff, but yeah, see, they're holding it and then clutch kicking. That's basically like what I call it. I call it just holding it and then clutch kicking out. The only thing I don't like is just that they just in real life situation they wouldn't be drifting for more than 10 minutes. Their cars would have been busted already. They would have burnt their cars out. All right, let me name somebody in here, the devs right now for the admin, and then I leave and then come back in. Who's got the best? I guess this guy. So I could just go in and out and get the money and then come back in. But yeah, that'll be cool. That's like a little cool little concept of it. It'll give you something to grind for, more things to play, and like little ideas like that, like just to get more people into it. And then, you know, you have a goal, like once you're competing and everything, you have like some cool little frame or something that looks sick, and people are like, yo, I want that, but to get that I gotta like win or whatever, like, you know, I gotta come in certain place. It just gives it more of a custom thing, you know? Like, I'm always into that. That's like the main thing I'm into, like being able to customize everything from the car, delivery, like we already can set up the tunes, so going crazy. I might crash right now. And I'm not talking about crashing in the game. I'm talking about the game crash. Use the chaser. You know what? I haven't used any of those cars in the on the controller at all. I would like to use the BMW I just kind of set up, but it's stuck in the event. So these are the cars I got so far right now. This is locked only because it's in the event. This is why I want to make two different cars. These are the cars I got right now. This is the car I want to hook up. I want to work on this. Maybe turn this into a competition car. That's why I got this to the side. I like the frame, the body, the way it looks already. And then this one right here, I don't think I've used this on controller actually. Let's see how I do with this on controller. Because right now I'm not on the wheel. I was on the wheel a minute ago, but then I got back on controller. Wait, what cars do they have right now? Hold on, let me check what cars they got right now. Oh, oh wait, no. For a second I got excited. I thought it was a brand new car. Yeah, man, I just have the same cars over and over because they haven't put anything new in here yet. I'm waiting to get, you know, the new cars right now, but it's been horrible. I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's something that I have to do in the career, and then you get on the career, and then you kind of get better and better and better and better, and then you start unlocking the other cars. Let me see what gear I have this on. Yeah, see this one, I gotta set it up to where it's not revving up like crazy. Let me see for here. Because I only used this for in the beginning, and then once I got the new cars, I just kind of dropped this. Let me actually fix it a little bit. Buy which one? I mean, I got 300,000 right now, so I pretty much could buy anything right now. If it's here, that's the thing, because if it's not here, then I can't buy it. But this one I gotta hook up real quick just to let me make this around 70. I'll keep it like this. Let me put this on. I think like that is fine. I just gotta test it out. Let's see, I already have 2 of them, I think. I got this one, and I got this one I can't use, but it's the same as this one. Let me see what I got on this one. This one I gotta put some parts into it, or either swap the engine on this. I just bought this car. I didn't even really use it either. I've just been grinding for points, so I don't have to worry about it. I could just pick whatever car I want and then just use it, and that's about it. As long as it's not redlining and it's, you know, driving good, then. But this one's gonna redline because I didn't fix anything on this car. I just like bought it and just left it. I think I might have used it on the wheel and try to mess with the suspension, but that's about it. That's why it's all bouncy. Look at this thing, even on 5th gear it's high. Dude, I hate it so much, the car revving, like, I have to fix this, I gotta fix this. It's just because I'm used to drifting for long periods of time, and imagine hearing that constantly. I'll hear that in my dreams. Trying my best to do a 360. Let's see if this car can do it. Let's do it here on this turn. See if it's fast enough. I'd have to pick a nice little spot where I'm going fast. Oh yeah, down this hill to see how it works down this hill. Oh no, this one sucks. I gotta hook it up. This one kind of sucks. The other one I was able to bust them out pretty quickly, but that's because I hooked it up. This one I really didn't tune it. You know what I was really trying to do with this car? I was trying to get it to pop up on 3 wheels, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to do it. So I don't know if they got to work on the way it is, the way they gotta like fix it. And then this is the car that I was using before in the beginning. I haven't used this one on controller either. But this was my first money maker here. And then I got the S15 and I kind of started using it. Look at that. The thing's got so much bounce to it that it's broken before I even started using it. Doesn't feel like as good as the S15 right now. It feels good on wheel, but right now it's feeling like trash on controller. So far the S15 is the one that I fixed where it feels good on both, on wheel and controller. That's why I've been using it, and I want to hook up my Corvette too. I want to hook this thing up, but I don't know how good that's gonna feel like. This is why, look, this thing is hooked up. Look, it's got the lights and everything, bro. I went crazy on this car. I liked how it felt so good. I was like, yo, I like how this car feels like on both things. So I just got to take my time and you know, tweak things here and there. But this is the car that I'm liking so far, how it's turned out. Why am I glazing it? I don't know. No, I'm just talking about the feel of how it feels overall right now. It's probably because I just hooked it up and I took my time and just fixed it up. That's about it. It'll feel like that with any car. Like I'm trying to get the BMW I just got. I'm trying to turn it into a competition car. But that's going to take me some time because I got to hook it up, I got to put the right parts, and then I got to decide whether I'm going to use it on wheel or use it on controller. Yeah, because this right now, like I can drive it on both. For right now, this car is like really, really, really good on both right now. But the other cards I didn't even test it. But this one, I was able to just tune it. I got it, and I just started like just killing it on both things. I mean, obviously on controller it's easier than wheel, but it's still fun as hell. And it's 400 because everybody kept like everybody keeps complaining like keep it 400. Like I'm pretty sure if I look through the rooms here, it'll be like, oh, 400 soft only, something like that. So I wanted to branch off and make a car that I could just drift with anybody too. So but usually when I go into any of the, like in a room with over 8 people, it crashes the game. Let's see where this guy's drifting. Well, I have no views because I basically come on unscheduled. I sometimes take up to 6 months off. So nobody knows what I'm on. I don't have a schedule at all. It's mostly random. And it's just, you know, usually when I first started years ago, I think like 4 years ago, I used to be religious with it. I used to come on at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock p.m. all the time, every day. I did that for like, I think a year. And then I kind of stopped caring about schedules and you know, real life happens too. So then you kind of just, you got to go on whenever you could go on, you know? And now it's kind of the same thing. I go on basically random. Sometimes I'll do 24-hour streams, 10-hour streams. Oh, and another thing, I play different games too. That hurts the channel too, because if people come to see me drift and then I'm playing a horror game or a weird game, you know. I remember, I don't know if you ever heard of this game called, oh my god, I forgot the name of the game, but it was a popular Korean game that came out not that long ago, and I started playing just because I was curious about it. And I got over like 50 to 60 subscribers in like 2-3 days. And then I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I started to play a different game, and then everybody unsubscribed. Like, people come in for what they come in, man. So, you know, like, mostly everybody likes drifting here on my channel. They like me driving, you know, anything that has to do with cars, they're with it. If I'm playing anything else, sometimes horror games, but if I'm doing something else, it's like, we don't care, you know. So I just do it for me, you know, for fun, like. But I would have to concentrate more on, you know, on one thing and one niche, you know, how everybody else does, because that's what everybody does, you know. They'll stay on one niche for years, and then eventually, you know, they'll be like, guys, I'm tired of playing the same game, I'm gonna try this. And then some people will go, some people will stay, but they'll have an audience, you know. With me, is like, I see it as this is for me first, and then if people like it, they can stick around, they can watch it, they could unsubscribe, subscribe, whatever. But, you know, I do it for my mental health, for me first. Like, it's not to impress anybody or anything, it's just for me. Like, I like it. Like, I want to make a whole another channel, and I'm gonna get into it, but I want to get into Carx. I'm gonna go full blown crazy with it, and it's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun thing to do. Yeah, this is my channel. Is just, it's always been for fun. It's always been for just communicating with people. Like right now, we're talking. I don't know where you're at, where you're from, you know, who you are. But it's fun to get to know people. It's just fun to just, you know, sit down, chill. I'm chilling right now, just playing my game, relaxing. and I'm getting to know you, you know? So it's kind of like I got to know a lot of cool people over the years. And that's probably my most favorite part about the whole YouTube thing, the whole, you know, going online and streaming is just being able to meet a whole bunch of cool people. Like just socializing. All right, guys, we're starting a 24-hour stream right now. Nah, hey, yo, I gotta go to work tomorrow, bro. Nah. You said you were gonna stay till I stop. Yo, we're going for the rest of the week, guys. Hold up, I'll be right back. Let me go get some coffee. We're staying up. 36-hour stream. Imagine if I was to do that. And then, but it's, and yo, it's gotta be like where we check up on you. We gotta make sure you're still on, though. No, I'm playing, but I'm thinking about it. It's funny, bro. That'll be hilarious, bro. Oh my god. That'll be so funny, man. I remember, I think I did have one of my subscribers. They were bugging me for so long about doing a 24-hour stream. It started off as a joke. And I was like, nah, I don't think I could do that, bro. And then I've done like maybe two, maybe. And I remember one of my subscribers was like, oh, I'll stay up, man. I'll stay up. We're gonna do this. But I think that was the first time I ever did well, I attempted a 24-hour stream and only lasted for 12 hours. And it's tough, man. Yo, those people, I gotta give it up to the people that just sit there, like, and they can sit there for 8-10 hours. Yo, that's not easy to do. That's just crazy. And not only that, you kind of like, I don't even know what that does to your brain, you know? Not that. That's you? Oh wait, you're in here? Hold up. Okay, let's see what you got. Let's see. Hold up. I'm gonna spectate you. Let's see if it lets me right now. Let's see it. Let's see it. That I'm 12, so that affects it also a lot. I mean, yeah, when you're young, you're going to school. Even if you're grown and you still have to go to work. You still got responsibilities. So it doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter. People still got to do what they got to do. So, you know, I was just having fun. I was just like, you know, I was just being silly. But that would have been funny though. Yeah, you're not going off till I get off. All right, guys, we're gonna stay live. We're gonna have an endurance battle right now. Me and this strange person that I just met. For no reason, bro. Oh man. So what are you using, a controller right now? Let me see. It actually shows me. I don't know why I'm asking. I could just like look. Okay, you're on controller. That's not bad. Yeah, like I basically try to tune the car so where they don't redline on me all the time. And then you kind of get used to the controls and how the cars feel. Stay till 4 a.m. What I mean, here I'm in New York. I'm in the East Side, so it's literally 6:20 right now where I'm at. Because remember, people could talk to me from all over the world, so I don't know where you're at. I don't know what time it is where you're at, so. And I don't even know how long I've been on already. I usually stream for about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, depending. It all depends. I'm really gonna have to consider using my sequential into a handbrake, just because I can see how important it is to like actually just brake, especially for competitions. I gotta get on that. Oh, you're trying to do emojis? I remember that used to work. You have to like know how to do them though. Or maybe they do work, and since I'm using the I don't know what this is, the restream chat thing, I can't see it. Maybe it does work. Yeah, that's it. On YouTube, I'll be able to see it. But I'm streaming on 2 platforms at once, so. Yeah, here is nice. I like drifting on here, but the problem with this is just the money problem. Like trying to make money here takes forever. Oh, I have no idea. That's on the devs how they made the car sound. That's one of the reasons I don't like red revving the red line in the cars, because some of them sound like you're making popcorn too. So I tend to not, have my cars set up to that point. Because it gets annoying, Like I said, after a while, you're drifting, and even if you're listening to music or whatever, you're still hearing that too. What's your favorite car in the game so far? Oh my god. Oh, I kind of almost spun out. This is like my favorite thing to do, just chill, drift here, make as much money as I can, and then just buy all the cars that I can. You can reverse drift in the, like me, I can't personally do it. I've never even tried. Can you do it? Hold on, hold on. If you could do it, you gotta show me. I don't think I've ever seen somebody do it though. I don't know. I could tell you straight up now, I can't do it. I never even tried. It's hard to do, man. I could imagine it's pretty hard to do. I mean, I've never tried it, but I mean, just looking at it, someone do it, I'm pretty sure it's tough. It's not easy. I'm pretty sure they got videos of people just killing it, just going crazy with it. I'll try, but I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna end up crashing the car. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Maybe if I practice like in a big empty place first, and then yeah, but the car just wants to spin. And I don't know if they set it up a certain way too. Like if you have to set the car up a certain way. Yeah, no, there's no way. There's got to be a trick to it. There's got to be a way to set the car up. I don't think it's that simple though. Wait, weren't you? Wait, hold up. I thought you were this guy. Weren't you him? Wait a minute. Aren't you him? Who's this then? Wait, who am I talking to? Yo, I'm so confused right now. I thought you were that guy drifting in the lobby. And then you're telling me you're not even playing it? That's why I was spectating and everything. I was like, oh, okay, cool. You're on controller, and I'm standing there like watching, and it's not even you. Wow, man. But wait, didn't you say? Hold up. I thought you said that's me. I know I'm not bugging. Hold on. No, I know I'm not bugging. Let me go out. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Wait. Because I'm pretty sure I was playing and then you said that's me. Let me see. Wait. Okay, he's eating a pizza. Wait, where was it? Or maybe I just confused it when we was talking about something else, and then you said that's me, and then I confused it as you being in the game playing. Maybe that's what happened. But yeah, usually I'll stream for like an hour or two, and then I just get off. Oh yeah, stay up for hours streaming. Yeah, that is. I'm not gonna lie, I've done it a couple of times, and it's definitely it's nuts, man. It's crazy. It's not something I'd be able to do every single day. I think for like an hour, maybe max 2, but even then, it's kind of like I don't know. I don't know if I'll go crazy. But I have to have fun. I'll have to be having fun. I'll have to be talking to people, and then I think you know how like, when you're walking, and if you're walking alone, it feels like it's taking forever. But then if you have a friend or two and you're talking to them, you're not even paying attention to the walk anymore. You kind of get to where you have to get, and you didn't even remember. You're like, oh my god, that was quick. You know, like you got to distract your brain while you're doing it. I think that's how it works. Yeah, built like that. Yeah, because you have the energy. When you're young, that's it. That's all you have is a lot of energy. You can just stay up. That's it. That's it. You're too scared to talk to people? I don't know if that's what you meant to say. I don't even blame you. When I started, I believe either this channel or my other channel that I think I lost it because I haven't been on it in so long. I used to be scared too. I used to be like, oh no, man, I don't, like, what are people gonna think, all this stuff, and then you get to a point where you just, none of that stuff matters, and you just do it. And then when you do it, you find out it's not even bad at all. You were wrong the whole time. I mean, I'm sure, you know, good things and bad things come, you know, from it, from anything. That's like anything in life, but for the most part, it's more enjoyable to do it and then figure out later how it goes, instead of like, you know, keeping it in your head like, oh no, it's gonna be bad, or this is gonna happen, and then you don't take the chance and do it at all. But I think it's better to try, you know, and then if it does go wrong, horrible wrong, you know, like anything, I don't know, like something crazy, then I guess you'll be like, yep, I was right. I was right. I should have never did it. But for the most part, I think it's just completely opposite. I think a lot of people just do that to themselves. They'll make up something up in their head, and it's just like, yeah, that's how it's gonna be. But then when you do it, it's different. It's a whole different thing. No, but it's true, man. It's you know, you could do things to you know, like if you're scared of people knowing who you are, you could just not show your face or wear a mask or anything creative, then change your voice if you want, whatever. There's plenty of people that do like AI stuff, and they just do it every day. So it's like there's different ways. Some people might be scared of the way they look or the way they sound. To me, I think none of that matters. It just matters how you are as a person, I guess. As long as you're not being too disrespectful or just being rude or whatever. Like, if you're a cool person, you're a cool person. I think that's what matters. A ski mask, yeah, anything. And then you'll do like a big face reveal. Like, you get like so many subscribers, so many followers, and then everybody's like, come on, show us who you are. And then you're like, all right, I'll get, once I get 1 million subscribers, face reveal. And then you troll them. you have 2 ski masks on, and you're like, all right, that's it, it's coming off, guys. And then you be like, look, this is my new ski mask. And it's just a different color. That'd be hilarious, though. Oh, I just think people will be pissed, though. They'll start calling you a scammer. It'll be hilarious, though, but you might lose a lot of subscribers, though. But yeah, I get on randomly, so right now it's just, I guess, keep an eye out, because I don't even know what time I get on or get off. I would like to stay on as much as I can and have a schedule. But then, you got to do things in your real life, Like right now, I haven't cooked. It's 6:30 and I haven't made anything to eat. And I gotta get off to cook so I can eat, so I don't starve. But yeah, I appreciate the time you spent here. Nice meeting you, man. And just, I guess, subscribe, hit the little bell, do all that stuff, and the next time I'm on, man. And hopefully, in a little while, in a couple of months, you'll get your own PC. Or maybe even a Steam machine. The Steam machine's coming. So that's going to be a good place for people that don't have a PC, but they want to play, games. That's going to be a crazy time. Yeah, sometimes I go a little crazy and I'll do like a 24, 10, 12-hour stream. It just depends on how I feel. If I'm not tired, then I'm up to it. That's why you got to start doing stuff, like different things, like, get into different hobbies, get into like, either working out, do some drawing, learn skills, something that'll distract your mind that can help you, or playing an instrument. I mean, when I started playing guitar, I would play guitar for like 8 hours straight, and my fingers felt like they were gonna bleed and fall off. But I just enjoyed it to the point where I just kept going and going and going and going, and you just have fun. That's how you know you're having a good time, when time goes by and you don't even realize it. That's when you know you should be doing that. Unless it's something bad that you completely forget who you are and you pass out, but playing games with limits. I mean, that's everybody. I was like that for a while too. I didn't have I had a console. So I started off with the consoles, and then everybody was like, you should get PC, you should get PC. You could mod the games, and you could do so much, and then after I got the PC, everybody was like, get a wheel. And then I got me a wheel, and then that's it. And it just kept going from there and there. And I got addicted to how drifting felt on the wheel, and I just have so much fun. It's like, it's really cool. And then you meet all kinds of people. Oh. I'm pretty sure you'll get there. You know, you're young, it takes time, you know. Things cost money. You'll get it. Yeah, me, I'm so not a car person that, like, if you were to tell me so many names of cars and you tell me, oh, pick this car, is like, I'll be like, what car is that? I'm not a car guy at all. Let me switch to it real quick. You know what? I'll use the wheel real quick. I don't have my camera on. I actually use this car on I usually use the wheel for this car. Let me set this up real quick. I mean, that's how it works sometimes. Let me set it up on wheel. I'm just gonna make a little room. Yeah, because I'm used to this car. I'm used to using it on a wheel. I never set this one up to use it on controller, and it feels kind of weird on controller. But that's just because I when I first made this car, it was on wheel. I set it up, I tuned it. Everything was on wheel for this car. It feels so different from the other car. So right now I'm on wheel. Look, you can see it. I'll show you right now that I'm on wheel. Look, see the wheel thing? I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to hear it too. Me just using this. Usually I have a camera set up and you can see how I'm driving. But today I wanted to chill out and just kind of just make money on the game. Other map, let's see. There's different on here. There's different maps here. I usually drift this, the one I'm on right now, and this one. I gotta try all the other maps. I gotta get used to it and start drifting on everything. I think originally this is the map I started drifting on. until I figured out you can make more money on the other map. And then I just went for that map just to make money, that's all. I haven't tried any. I should be practicing on the other maps, honestly. Let me see what other map I could pick that I haven't really. Oh, Camry Road is cool too. Camry Road was probably the first one because I think that was the only one, I think, on the. This I haven't drifted on this. I haven't really drifted on this. On this either. This either. I haven't really. Let me check this out. I think this isn't this where the big parking lot is. The Lexus, maybe it could be, but they haven't released anything yet. I mean, the most cars we have right now is about 20 cars. And they just added a Porsche. So, but that's on the they're testing it, so there's more on the beta test side. I don't even know where I'm going here. Yeah, this track, I'm not used to it because this is the first time I'm actually doing this. That's how much I stay on one or two tracks at a time just to get really good at them. I suck on this one. Oh, that's all for it. I'm thinking that was like another way to get on this. This one's not that bad. It's just I'm unfamiliar with this one. I mean the game is starting to come out now, so and I think the reason is because it's originally a mobile game, so you know they got to put in the steps to make it work on PC. I'm trying fourth gear to see if I do better on fourth gear. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty cool. I don't drift on this map, so I definitely gotta put some practice time into this. My favorite game? Oof, that's a hard one. Because there's so many games that I play. I play all kinds of stuff. But right now, it's been this one and whenever Forza 6 comes out. Like it's been like it's been a while. But I think if I have to call whichever my favorite Carx game, I would say Carx Street. Just because of the way they build it and like that it has bosses, and I just wish it had more maps and more content to it. But that one's definitely cool. The Corvette is cool, but I gotta get off to cook, bro. A man's gotta go eat. If I don't cook, no one makes it for me. Next time I'll be on, I don't even know what time. This is why I can't promise nothing to nobody, because I don't know when I'm gonna be on next time. But next time I'm on, I'll try all the cars out, and hopefully I can get even more cars and just chill out. And hopefully go on at a better time. But for right now, I'm gonna call it a day because I've been on. I don't know how long I've been on, but I'm just chilling. I gotta do things around the house. So next time, I'll try all the other cars and all the other stuff. And hopefully stay on for a little longer. Depends. Like I said, it all depends. Let me switch cars so I could start using this car when I get back on later. So I'll catch you next time, or you'll catch me next time. That's just awkward as hell. But yeah, man, take care. Nice meeting you, man. And yeah, hopefully I'll get better at all the other cars and the actual competition drift. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. All right, man. Take care. And hopefully soon, man. Who knows? You know, you could get your system, your console, or what do you have now? You don't have no console? You don't play anything? No console? No. I know you don't got the PC, but you don't have no console at all? Alright, man. We'll catch up later. Alright, man. Take care, man.